realistically, I think I'm honestly farming right now because it was taking advantage of an opportunity that I had. The farm was here when I was getting out of school. It's kind of now or never, and so we did it, and we're still here.
The 2015 Richland County Outstanding Young Farmer Award goes to a family that works hard and has made some very good management decisions. It's a pleasure to introduce you to Mike, Mindy, Haley, and Autumn McGlynn, who farm in Richland County's Henrietta Township.
We're a small dairy. We average 40 cows all the time now. This winter we'll be milking more. We run 220 tillable acres currently. We're going to add another 130 for next year. It's all corn and alfalfa. Next year we're going to add beans in that as well. I got a fair amount of slope here, so try to keep all the dirt we got. I've always enjoyed the field work, tractor driving when I was growing up. That's mostly what I did. But unfortunately, the cows are what make you the money, so you gotta spend time there and take care of that end as well. So I had a lot to learn. I didn't have a lot to do with the cows growing up, and so had a lot of stuff to learn, kind of on the fly.
Mike and Mindy McGlynn both graduated from Weston High School.
We met in high school, actually. I was a freshman and he was a sophomore.
When did you get married?
In 2004.
And then how soon did you start life on the farm?
That day.
So there was no delay?
No.
So tell me about your growing up and what interested you.
I also grew up on a farm.
Was it a dairy farm?
Yep, it was a dairy farm.
So were you have chores and all those kinds of things growing up?
Oh, yeah.
Did you think, I want to marry a farmer? Was that high on your priority list?
Actually, no. But I fell in love with a farmer, so.
Do you have time to help on the farm, or is most of your work, related to the medical center?
As soon as I get home, we eat supper, and usually the girls and I come out and help them with feeding calves or whatever needs to be done.
Mindy works at Reedsburg Area Medical Center as a medical technologist, which means she draws and tests blood.
I've always wanted to be in the medical field, and it just kind of fell into place. The vice president of the hospital actually called Weston and asked if I wanted a phlebotomy job, so that's where it started.
Do you enjoy it?
I do.
What's most rewarding about the work?
Seeing smiles on the patients' faces.
Mike and Mindy are proud to raise their daughters on the farm.
I have a 6-year-old daughter, her name's Haley, and a 4-year-old daughter, and her name's Autumn.
And they seem like awesome young ladies.
They're pretty good.
Are you glad they're growing up on the farm?
I am.
What makes you glad they're growing up on the farm?
It teaches you a lot of discipline, and you have responsibilities that you have to follow too. So.
What are their favorite parts of the farm?
Playing. They love riding their big wheels down the ramp. And
my guess is that they're a lot better informed because they're growing up on the farm about life and other things.
Yep.
What do you find most rewarding about the farm?
Peacefulness.
Describe peaceful for me, Mindy.
When I go to work, it's stressful. So when I get home, you can just sit back and kind of relax. Even though you're still working, it's a different kind of work.
Mike is in full agreement. The farm is a good place for Haley and Autumn.
Whether they want anything to do with the farm or not, that's fine, but they still have to go to work. They have to show up. They have to be responsible, and I'm hoping that they can get some of that from this.
Did that help you?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I suppose I wasn't so much for working when I was young, but Mom and Dad, kind of did things the hard way, I guess. I mean, by today's standards. So I've always had the good work ethic. It's prioritizing what needs to get done when and how and stuff like that's kind of been a challenge sometimes.
Haley and Autumn are two very bright, energetic, busy, and attractive young ladies. First, meet Haley. Haley, what grade are you in?
First.
What kinds of things are you learning in first grade?
Read.
What's your favorite thing to do at school?
Play outside.
Do you have lots of good friends at school?
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
A teacher.
Why do you want to be a teacher, Haley?
Because it's fun to read.
That's awesome. What's your favorite thing to do on the farm?
Play with my sister.
Is she pretty good to play with?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of games do you play?
Swimming, roller coastering.
Do you have some chores you have to do?
No.
You don't have to do any chores?
No.
Oh, well then you must be a pretty good girl, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. Autumn McGlynn is 4 years old. My news sources told me that Autumn has a favorite colored tractor. So I felt it was appropriate to ask, Autumn, Do you have a favorite color of tractor?
Yes.
And what is that, Autumn?
It's blue.
It's blue? I didn't know that cases were blue. Do you have a blue case?
No.
What's your favorite thing to do on the farm, Autumn?
Go in a bump up.
What is the bump bump?
It's skid steer.
Is that pretty fun?
Yes.
What does your dad use the skid steer for?
Skid poop.
Mike McGlynn won't say that his favorite tractor color is blue, but he is willing to make a strong case for Case.
Most of the time, I guess I could be the family outcast. We got a farm all in the shed, and we got a Ford too, but mostly Case, yeah. Can't get that out of you, no matter how hard you try.
I was going to say that's a McGlynn tradition, isn't it?
Yeah, you're born with it, and it's just stuck with you for life.
The McGlynn farm is productive, but requires good management of the side hills common to the farm. Strip cropping and crop rotation are a key part of the conservation effort.
Usually 4 to 5 years of hay, and then 2 years of corn, and then seed it back down. Sometimes it gets a little shorter than that in alfalfa, sometimes 3 to 4, just depends.
Mike will be the first to say that every farm has its share of work that needs to be done. Mike has been blessed to have the support of his parents. His mother, Gina, is actively involved and still helps chore. Mike is also able to count on Tim Davenport for good help on the farm.
Tim's a big help. I would say it's probably 7 or 8 years now that he's been helping. Tim mostly does tractor or equipment type work. He'll help with cattle if need be, but mostly he's machinery. No, we don't have a lot of cattle, but we still got a lot of work. And, I can be in the barn choring at a halfway decent time, and he can keep, mowing hay, raking hay, or he wraps probably 95% of the bales. I get it baled, and we try to get it hauled in, and he'll wrap while I'm milking. He's a tremendous help.
Dairy is the central focus of the McGlynn farm.
We have a stanchion barn. It was actually wood stanchions when we started, and then before I started, we switched them over to tie stalls and a few steel stanchions. The steel stanchions are actually now tie stalls. We have a small freestall barn that currently the cows are out in it, and we will keep them outside into that until it starts freezing up the water in the barn, and then we'll have cows will stay in. Eventually, maybe I would like to add a little more to the freestall barn and then put a small parlor in the barn. Time will tell. We try to grow the best crops obviously we can, because it's just the better crops you grow, the cheaper it is. Instead of buying protein, let's grow it. We round bale and wrap all of our hay, and then chop corn, and then put high moisture shell corn in the silo, buy our supplement protein from there, and it's all run through a TMR mixer.
Mike and Mindy McGlynn send their milk to Scenic Central Milk Producers. Being an active dairy farmer, Mike is serving as a member of the board of directors. It's been a good experience.
Absolutely. There's some days that you're at a meeting and you are thinking about, I should be home making hay or whatever. It's actually really amazed me on what it takes to take your milk that's in your bulk tank and put a milk check in the mailbox. There's a lot of things that has to be done, a lot of hoops and legal jargon that you got to take care of or keep your ducks all in the line to make everybody happy that way. And it's been pretty interesting.
Ed Chitwood, who's a dairy farmer in the Blue River area, serves on the Scenic Central board with Mike.
Myself, I've learned a lot. There's a lot more to marketing milk than everybody realizes, and Mike had told me several times that he's learned a lot on this board also, because he didn't have any ideas really how things went, and it kind of opened up his eyes and my eyes.
Ed says that he's really been impressed with what Mike and Mindy McGlynn have done, and he believes the best is yet to come.
Mike has a good head on his shoulders. He's an aggressive farmer. He tries new things, but he researches it before he does them. Doesn't get in over his head. You have to get better before you get bigger. He's always progressing along. I think Mike's probably going to be one of the farmers that's going to be around in another 20, 25 years.
Mike and Mindy McGlynn are committed to being good parents and good farmers. Beyond that, there are a few potential projects for the future.
Maybe add that piece on the freestall barn. We don't have the greatest setup for freshening cows. We got a place, but then you got to kick some other animals out of there, so you got to go someplace with some of them. So straighten that out, maybe a small calf barn and a small parlor possibly.
One major accomplishment was building the new home that Mike and Mindy now live in. The foundations are rock solid. You don't have to spend a lot of time with the McGlynns to appreciate their work ethic, their values, their commitment to the farm, and their belief in the importance and value of family. For Mike, a rewarding end to the season is being able to look forward with some confidence.
The last few years it's been, knowing you got plenty of feed to get through the year, and so feed isn't going to be an issue, and you got kind of everything buttoned up, and kind of start planning, start getting ready for next year. Is usually a good feeling.
The Outstanding Young Farmer Award is a lot about agriculture, but I can honestly say in my time of being involved with this program that I've come to realize it's an award given to good people who make our county better and provide a brighter future for all who just happen to do a very good job of farming. It is a privilege to be able to say good job to Mike and Mindy McGlynn, who are doing a good job of farming and are very good people. There's great value in having an OYF program so that deserved recognition can be provided. Congratulations, Mike, Mindy, Haley, and Autumn McGlynn, the 2015 Richland County Outstanding Young Farmers.